firstly, as talent professionals and talent architects, we mustn't be afraid to own the agenda. So being able to push back to the business and hold them accountable and get their buy-in to young talent, because this is definitely a team sport. It's not something we can do on our own. So I think it's also about getting business to recognize how talent has shifted and then getting them to think about how do we support talent now versus 10 years ago. So this is where we must trust our intellect and our knowledge on the subject, and we must educate our business on what that means so that we help them show up differently.
My biggest learning today was around the assessments, how we can effectively use the assessment process to ensure that, we hire the best graduates, and even those that we've hired, we're able to develop them further to ensure that they, we set them up for success. So I think that stood out for me, the assessment piece, which is something that I'm really passionate about as well.
Bob mentioned something so very important about social mobility and how the conversation around diversity, inclusivity, or equity and inclusivity play a big role in the world of work. So it's not just for companies or employers to be aware of how to navigate that, it's for them to have a sense of an awareness that these are spaces they're going to go into and have to be conscious of other employees. Beautiful conversations came up. Highlight for me was just how we can look at how assessments are framed in terms of language and how recruiters in the space can hold a very safe space for students who are participating in assessments.
Well, the key takeouts this morning is learning what amazing Standard Bank projects that they're doing. I think the key takeout was the focus on the Africa side of the amazing work that they've done, building roads, using their alumni programs and the graduate programs that they really invest in early talent and they train them up to be leaders, which is very much intentional.
We tend to struggle more to find qualified or students who put in our CA programs. And when you come to such conferences and then you bounce off ideas of other companies or other firms, you find that they also have shortages in that department. So being here will actually give you an idea in terms of how and where we should look and how to best capture or get students and which places to look at.
So looking at your GPAs and solely relying on it, I think I love the fact that he emphasized how that could sort of not give you a clear view of what a person is capable of. I think not solely relying on GPA can work on that, and looking more into skills-based type of assessments, because in as much as, yes, it's good to see or have students that have a good average, especially if you look at the different programs that we have, but those ones that have your 50% average, in most cases you find that they possess the most relevant skills.
We take it for granted that it's a conference, we're just going to come here and sit and listen to the speakers. But for me, it's more than that. It gives an opportunity to network and to see other organizations that you can potentially engage or collaborate with. For example, I manage the bursary portfolio at Standard Bank. And for me, sometimes I look at the application list and I see some universities are not represented. So when we are here, I get an opportunity to engage with those particular universities.
When I finally got into the graduate program, there was a sense of respect for diversity, and I could pick up visually on the fact that not everybody thought the same, did the same things, and had similar approaches to the same problem, and it was embraced. And that rang true for me, mainly because that is exactly what I wanted from my employer and my colleagues. Yes.
Yes, we always want our graduates to be curious. We're constantly trying to improve the way that we do things, and so the innovation as well. When we look at the Action Learning project that I spoke about, that is also, encouraging them then to be innovative, to think, creatively, and how do we then improve, some of those business processes. And then the last one around integrity. At Santam, we're about honesty and integrity. So that is a very important, value that we all have to have.